Well, hello everyone. So happy to see you again. You already know. I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas and your holiday. I hope everything is going well. Hope you guys are having many of orgasms and a lot of hot, passionate sex. You already know, honey, okay? The sex makes the world go around. So, today I want to talk about on Freaky Friday, I want to talk about the pleasures and the unforbidden world of deep throating. Okay, because deep throating is something that I hear so much about, or I get asked so much about, and this comes from men and women. Like, what is the fascination with deep throating? Like, I don't know. I guess it's like to see if you were able to do it, or I guess it feels great for men, but it's just so many questions, and I love it. Like, don't get it wrong, I love it. But I wanted to talk about that today on Freaky Friday, the wonderful world of deep throating. Okay, so first of all, let's address the ugly truth of deep throating. Okay, so deep throating, if you choose to do that during oral sex, 30% of people are born without a gag reflex, okay? Only 30% of people. So the rest of y'all motherfuckers, 70% of you guys have a gag reflex. It's human, it's everybody has it except for the 30%. We are all born, well, excluding the 30%, but most of us, the majority of us are born with the gag reflex. It's human nature. There's nothing you can do about it. It's actually instilled in us to keep us from choking. So when you stimulate your gag reflex, it's something that's hitting the inside of your throat or around the throat, and your throat is automatically, it goes into survival mode to keep you from choking. So it's going to gag. You're going to gag, okay? It's no way around it unless you within that 30% that don't have a gag reflex, but you're absolutely going to gag, okay? Because I hear that a lot. Like, how do I prevent myself from gagging? How do I keep from gagging? You cannot, unless you don't have a gag reflex. You're going to gag, okay? And that's just human nature. You can't prevent it. It's something that happens. It's going to be ugly. You're going to spit up. It's going to be saliva. You might, depending on how active your gag reflex is, because there's some people that have hyperactive gag reflexes, and you might even throw up. You might even, puke a little bit. It's human nature, okay? You cannot prevent your gag reflex. You cannot, it's nothing you can do about it. So that's number one. And but with all that being said, there is something that you can practice. Now, deep throating takes practice, honey. Now, I'll say it again. Deep throating takes practice. Okay, you cannot just wake up one day and say, "Hey, I want to deep throat 7, 8, 9 inches, and it's gonna be perfect." No, it takes just like anything else. Your tongue is a muscle. Your jaw is a bone. It's going to take practice. It's going to take a lot of patience. You're going to have to, you're going to have to work it out. Just like any other bone, any other muscle in your body, you're going to practice to get it right, to make it stronger. Okay. So that's number two. Deep throating takes practice. It takes patience. So be patient with yourself. The best exercises that I can give you with deep throating is do not use the banana. Okay, that's no. Please exclude the banana practices only because of a safety issue. Safety issues for me is that the banana can break off. It's very, because I've had experiences where I've tried to use a banana and it broke off. And luckily, thank goodness that it didn't break off in my throat, okay, and make me choke. But I will say, if you're not experienced with deep throating, please refrain from practicing on a banana, okay? So you're gonna need something that's a little more practical for, because penises don't break off like bananas, right? Penises is not as soft as bananas. It's just, you need something that's a little more practical, a little more, to get your throat used to being strong enough to prevent it from gagging as much, okay? So I suggest practicing with a toothbrush. Okay, and I know you're like, toothbrush? What the hell? Not a banana, but a toothbrush. Okay, so with the toothbrush, it's easier to get closer to your gag reflexes. So what I would say is every morning, maybe when you brush your teeth or at night, take the toothbrush and you want to go not all the way, don't shove it down your throat, but you just want to slowly start going to the back of where your gag reflex is, and you want to just hold the toothbrush close, see maybe about 10-15 seconds, 5 seconds if you have a sensitive gag reflex. You want to hold it for about 5-10-15 seconds just to prevent, to make it stronger, to make your gag reflexes, don't come as easily, make them sustain a little longer. So you want to keep the toothbrush on your throat, and maybe want to practice that. I would say at least 3 times out the week, 3 or 4 times out the week, just to see, because the longer that you do it, the longer that you'll be able to withstand having an object on your throat without gagging. Okay, so start slow with the toothbrush. Toothbrushes are easy. Toothbrush is not going to break off in your throat. Toothbrushes is going to get your gag reflex used to having an object back there, okay? Because what happens, like I said earlier, what happens with the gag reflex is anything that stimulates that area is going to automatically, excuse me, I'm having a gag reflex. I have swallowed, sorry. I don't have my tea, so my throat is getting a little dry, but yeah, so anything naturally, when something hits that area, it's going to gag reflex. You're going to spit it up because your body it doesn't want to choke. It has, your brain gives off that vibe that you might choke. So you're going to instantly gag reflex. You're going to instantly spit up anything that hits that area. So you want to take maybe a toothbrush or, I'll say a toothbrush. That is the easiest thing to use because you don't want to choke. You don't want to kill yourself trying to practice doing a deep throating or gag reflexes, okay? So start slow with the toothbrush. And I will also suggest things that makes gagging easier or deep throating easier is to use a stimulant or to use something that's going to relax your throat and it's going to make it easier. So my favorite thing, because you always know I gotta show you guys some easy tricks of the trade, honey. So this is by my favorite company, which is, I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, it's called Good Head, okay? So Good Head, which is it's also the name of my workshops, Good Head. But Good Head is an awesome, awesome company that specializes in giving fantastic oral sex, okay? So this particular product is the deep throat spray, and I know that some of you guys have seen, similar things to this or have used these kind of products, but these products are awesome when trying to deep throat, when learning how to perfect your deep throating skills. I couldn't stress more enough of using products. These products, guys, are here to help you. It's not here to replace you. It's not here to make you feel less than you are or whatever the case may be. These products are here to help. Any toy, any gadgets, any stimulant, you need them, especially if you want to perfect your skills. I certainly suggest deep throat spray, Good Head, okay? So what you do with these type of spray, you're going to go all the way to the back of your throat as much as possible. You want to make sure you hit the gag reflex area. So you want to go all the way back, and you're going to just spray maybe about 2 or 3 times. And what it's going to do is going to numb your gag reflex areas. It's going to numb your tonsils. It's going to numb everything. And also, not only does it numb the areas, because we know, well, if you have deep throated before, you know that the after effects, you become a little swollen in these areas, okay? So it also minimizes the swollenness afterwards, which is my favorite, because we all been there, honey. Like, you trying to deep throat, you trying to be a porn star for your man, and then the next day your throat is 10 times painful, you can't really swallow. We all been there. So this is a good spray to minimize that effect, okay? It's going to loosen up your muscles, it's going to relax you, it's going to numb it, and then the more numb that area get is the better for you to deep throat, because it's not going to give off that stimulant to your throat to just gag, to think it's choking, okay? It won't be able to feel it. So the more numb is the better, okay? So I highly suggest to get a deep throat spray if you really, 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 really want to, you know, be A1 with your deep throating. Definitely have to. And if you want to make your man believe that, you know, you don't need anything, that you're a super pro, then just spray it while he's not looking, go in the bathroom. You know, if you don't want him to know that you have some assistance with it, make sure they have smaller bottles. They have mints also, so you can just pop a couple mints in your mouth to make it numb. But I highly suggest to use the Deep Throats products, okay? And number 3, so you have that practice, you have the Deep Throats products that you should use, I highly recommend. And then number 3 is breathing, okay? So breathing is very, very important when you're deep throating also. And you can also practice your breathing skills when you're doing the toothbrushes as well. But breathing is very important with your deep throating. First, you have to relax. You cannot put so much stress on your throat. You have to take it easy. You have to breathe, okay? Because if you don't breathe, you will choke. And that is not, you don't want to choke, okay? Don't kill yourself trying to deep throat and be a porn star. So you want to try your breathing practices. I strongly suggest that when the penis is being inserted, that you take a deep throat in, you inhale, okay? So once it's coming back out of your throat, you want to exhale a little bit, because the goal is to have your throat relax as much as possible, okay? So the more stress that you put on your throat, your brain is going to tell your throat to go into survival mode, okay? It's going to make your throat believe that you are choking. So you have to relax, you have to breathe, you have to inhale and exhale. So when you inhale, it's going to make your throat wider, okay? So just practice. Inhale and exhale, okay? So when it goes in, inhale, take it back. When it comes out, exhale, because you're opening up your throat. And another thing is hum. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are familiarized with the humming is everything when it pertains to oral sex. Okay, you must hum or sing, because humming and singing, I always say ABCs, which is so crazy, but I always sing ABCs when I'm trying to deep throat. Like, you don't have to do it extra loud. You don't have to do it so your man can be like, what the hell are you doing? But you want to sing, so think about your favorite song, think about, because what the humming does is not only going to vibrate on his penis, which is going to feel amazing, it's going to give him vibrations, and it's going to make him feel like you. Like when we have vibrators on our clitoris, it's going to have the same effect, okay? So it's not only going to vibrate on his penis, but humming is also going to expand that throat as well, okay? It's going to relax, it's going to, because your brain is going to be thinking about you humming, right? So it's not going to be thinking so much on you choking or releasing your gag reflexes. It's going to let you last, it's going to extend the duration of your gag reflex, okay? So you want to, you just got to give some humming. But if you want to do it sexy with the humming, you can just always moan, okay? So, You know, and then guys like that anyway. When you moan and you sucking him up, he's gonna be like, damn, she really like it. She really enjoying it. So you want to give off a little hum, and humming also relaxes your throat as well. So you just want to just give a little hum with it, okay? Because that's going to be amazing when deep throating as well. Okay, so let's recap. Number one, you have to practice. Okay, practice makes perfection. Practice. You have to have patience. Like I said, do the toothbrush. Have the toothbrush 3 or 4 days out the week. You want to just hit it to your gag reflex and hold it there for about 5 or 10 seconds just to keep the duration, just to program your throat on having an object on it, okay, without gagging right away. So that's number one. Number two, you want to have your Good Head products. You want to numb your throat area as much as possible so it can take in as much as possible. So products is key, okay? Number three, you have to learn your breathing practices. You have to breathe. You have to practice breathing. Remember, inhale, exhale, inhale, okay? So always have that in the back of your mind. Always have that in the back of your mind to breathe. You have to learn how to breathe on the penis, okay? And humming. Hum. Do your favorite song, ABCs, because humming is going to relax your throat and it's also going to expand it, okay? So remember, practice, and you got this, girl, okay? So don't stress yourself out about deep throating. Don't, drive yourself crazy if you can't do it. It takes practice, okay? And you're going to deep throat. You're going to gag when deep throating. You're going to spit. It's allowed. So as much as you want to prevent that, just make it sexy. Work with it, okay? So when you spit, when you do all that saliva, when you gagging, just make it look sexy. The sexier, the better, and he's gonna love it anyway. He's gonna look at you like, damn, she is really trying to kill herself, deep throating, and I love every moment of it, okay? So that's what I have for you today on Freaky Friday. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your holiday. If you're on vacation, good for you, okay? Go ahead and have as much sex, as much orgasms as possible. And you already know you can find me, kimsplayground.com. You can always email me at kimplayground@gmail.com, and I will also put it somewhere on this video or below this video. You already know I'm going to put all my tags and my links up so you can find me and talk to me and conversate with me and tell me how your love life is going, because you already know that I want to know and I'm very nosy. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye. Oh, and for those products, the Good Head, you already know you can find them on my website. I will also put that below as well.